Yeah, get that. You found it? Is that it?
Luke 11 and what?
17. I think that's it. That's not it? It's either 17 and 11 or 11 and 17. And now I can't use my phone either, so we're going to have to flow with the spirit and find it. I feel like it was. Let me find it.
I mean, we can find it any other day.
Right. That's not it. But you know, we get the message that ultimately, you know, you're not supposed to go back in the house to you know, grab your belongings, because when the time of taking trouble comes, man, it's not gonna be no time for fun games and going to grab the things you cherish the most. You know, ain't gonna be no time for that, man. But matter of fact, get that in Isaiah 29 and 19.
Because the time is going to come where we might be somewhere where we might have to flee, and we might not have the scriptures with us.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have it in memory.
That's
know
right.
everything in memory. Because I remember one of the elder, I think Elder Malcolm mentioned that. Mm-hmm. You know, we might have to flee, and we might not have a chance to have our book with us, or they might outlaw the Bible. Now what?
They're already trying that. Like we were just talking about, you know, what kind of book are they trying to ban? Are they trying to ban the Quran? Are they trying to ban the Kabbalah? You know, are they trying to ban the Scientology book? They're trying to ban the Bible because they know the depth that's in it, and they know who it's really for, man. You know, Isaiah 29 and 19. Go ahead. Yeah.
Start at 18. Isaiah 29, verse 18. And in that day shall the deaf hear, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. Mm-hmm. The meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Yasha'Allah.
That's right. The meek and the lowly are going to rejoice in the glory of the Lord, man. You know, because those are the people that are going to follow him righteously. Those are the people that are going to do his will and his words. Okay? So he said he give that to the meek and the lowly. And the meek and the lowly are the Israelites, man. You know, that 1/3, the elect, are going to be the only ones to come and prophesy his word, are going to be the only one keeping the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their knowledge. They're going to be the only ones seeking after the kingdom and the true name of the Lord. Well, who people ignorantly call God, because the name God is just a title. Who ignorantly call Jesus Christ. They're going to be the only ones going in these last days to try to seek out the kingdom of heaven. All right? Which is going to be played out on earth. All right? Go ahead, brother.
For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off.
Is that 19? What verse is that?
20, 19, 20.
29 and 19.
29.
29 and
That's
19.
what I did.
Was it?
20.
Hold on, Salakia. Maybe I'm going off. 59 and 19. Salakia, brother. Salakia. I'm like, I'm listening. I'm like, the spirit hits you like something don't sound right. 59 and 19. Con. I'm like, it sound good. You know, it works. You know, all the words of the Lord. You know, it sound good.
It all sounds.
It all sound good, bro. That's why you can flow with it, man. It all sounds good. 59.
9 and 19.
Con.
It says 59 and 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
That's right, man. So it says the enemy shall come in like a flood, man. You know, so when like that, like he tried to say, wear your garments. If something comes in like a flood, you see on those movies when they have like 2012 and stuff, when they have them big ass tsunamis and stuff like that, and that flood is coming. You know, there's no all you see is looking up and people start running. That's it. Ain't no time to go back in your house and get your belongings, get the things that you hold valuable. You know what I'm saying? And you know the men of the Lord want to keep their sword on them. But hey, men of the Lord, that's why he said he's going to seal it in our inward parts, man. Because in that time, it says knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of the times. He didn't say garments and fringes, but knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of the times, man. So it said the enemy is going to come in like a flood. So that's speaking about the so-called white man, Esau, when they military might and the police force and their armies, they're going to, in the time of Jacob's trouble, they're going to be busting down these doors, man. You know, they're going to, and it says like a flood, so they're going to come harsh, man. You know, and it says, but the Lord shall lift up a standard against them. That means the Lord is going to start giving his men spiritual powers, things like that. He's going to realize that who the Israelites are and who the men of the Lord are. You know, in 2nd Ezra it talks about the great insurrection, and then shall his chosen be known. You know, but that's going to come in like a flood. So all of these people walking around talking about wear your fringes, they're putting themselves in a bad state, man. You know, you can't be carnal like that. You know, it says to be carnally minded is death, man. You know, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. It's killing me I can't find that scripture.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Hey, try Luke 14:22. It might have stayed on my phone. I don't know how it says 17 and 11. That ain't it either. Yeah, that ain't it either. I know it's in Matthews too. And it killed me when I can't find the scripture.
Okay.
You found it?
Well, it's right here, 24. Matthew 24, it says, let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop at the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
That's right. Get that one more time, brother.
Matthew 24, verse 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house.
Right, so this is talking about Roman persecution in 70 AD, but it's going to play out once again, okay? Because the Romans, the so-called white man, the Edomites, they're going to do the same thing, man, all right? And so it's going to be time for us to flee. There's going to be time where Esau's coming in to take your goodly things. That's going to happen. So it says, let him not come down from the housetop and go back into his house, man.
You know, because we don't know the time that he's coming. You know what I'm saying? We know, you know, we
don't
know.
know anything. Just think you know something, you know nothing.
Shalak Rayim. Shalak Rayim. Shalak Rayim, bro. Mawafla tha, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Amashiach, Tawab Aman, Tawada Abba. Hey, put a great curse upon her. And that's why people like you going into slavery, man. You know, she got that proud spirit. You don't know anything. You don't know anything. And that's the ways of these women. You think she deserves worship on today? She don't deserve no worship, man. These damn wicked-ass women, man. You know, that don't make no sense. Instead of, you know, and the thing, that's how you know the word's going out. That's all it was. She did. We were talking about a man coming down from the house.
Right.
And she said, you don't know anything, man. You know, man,
sensible and stand right here.
she could have discoursed and told her reason.
Yeah.
But
what do you know?
That was a demon. That was a demon, man.
Getting mad.
You know, and so, right, that was a demon on her, getting mad, not wanting to say her cause, you know, just, you know, but see, these demons are getting mad at the work that we're doing. And she said, we don't know anything, so I got a precept. This is 1 John 2:20. But ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. All right? It says we got an unction from the Holy One, man. We were given wisdom from the Heavenly Father, man. All right? The one above all, the Lord who had made this earth, man. All right? He says to know all things. So she's saying we don't know anything. She's out of her rabbit-ass mind. You know, and that's the, man, you think these two, hey, you got other things you could be doing today, brother? We got other stuff we could be doing, but we'd rather be doing this. You think you think it's not the Spirit of the Lord that got us out here on this rainy ass day, prophesying to the wind, just to think that we don't know anything? Nah, man.
You know, so most people, they'll be like, oh, they're out there in the rain prophesying. Well, there's still people walking, coming by. You know what I'm saying? Even in the rain.
That's right.
Like, if we would have not came out today because it was raining, that one brother we would have never ran into.
That's right. That's right. And not, you know, even if he don't come back out, I bet you he gonna start praying to Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Because he said Shalom, so that means he believes in Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. He just he's still searching for the right thing to do. You know? So hopefully he'll take them man-made fringes off and pray to the Holy One, man. All right, and I'm gonna finish up on that because there's one more scripture. All right, brother. All right.
Let me finish up on. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes.
Oh my God, bro.
Well, I'm telling you.
Can you imagine that, man? Oh my God, that's what that cat will be doing, though. You know what I'm saying? Oh snap, my man-made fringes in the house.
Let me go
and get them. Esau gonna get your ass in the trick bag, man. Gonna set you up for a trap, and that's how you gonna get a lot of IUIC too. Because real talk, if you're an Israelite, they watching you. These people that are in the so-called know of the Israelites. So all of them cats will be walking around with they purple and they fringes all the time. They gonna catch them somewhere where they ain't expected, and they gonna think, let me run back home and get my garment. And when they get back in their house, Esau gonna be waiting for them.
It's a spiritual garment. I feel like this is our power, like in Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying? This is the scripture gives us power.
That's right.
When we be amongst Esau, man, our power levels are low. We bring it way low. They don't even detect anything. But sometimes when we get around Jake, brethren who like to hear, we turn it up a little.
That's right.
And we give it to them, you know what I'm saying? And every now and then, you might have you might in the room somewhere, whatever, think you're proud. You might say some stuff just to kind of fuck his head up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Time, bro. This shit crazy. Get that one more time, bro. It's hilarious, man.
Let me see. Matthew 24, verse 16. Let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days.
That's right, man. You know what I'm saying? So this cat's gonna be like that, man. Like, oh, let me go get my fringes. Let me run back to the house. Let me get myself together so in case the Lord returns during this time, I'll be saved. That's what they think, man. You know, but the Lord got to seal that word in your inward parts, man. He got to seal his knowledge and wisdom and understanding in your mind, not your clothing, man. You think the Lord ultimately don't care about this clothing, man, especially in our captivity. Now, when we get in the kingdom, we're going to be rocking fringes all the time.
We've been eating this bread for so long, it's took it away. It's in us.
That's right.
As we go about our day-to-day, as we just moment to moment, as things start to happen, scriptures pop in our mind, like it normally does. It just pops in our mind. And we're going to watch everybody else going through hell while they're trying to figure out what are you doing that no hell is on you.
Right, and them cats who be wearing them fringes, they ain't gonna understand why. They be like, but I got my fringes on, why can't I be saved? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be, hey man, you gotta be expedient and circumspect out here, man. You know, if you know that the time of Jacob's trouble is upon us, what makes you an easier target? It's called the time of Jacob's trouble. You know what I'm saying? It's not called the time of everybody's trouble, even though it's gonna come to all nations. But it's called the time of Jacob's trouble because those are his people. So it's going to be coming upon the children of Israel. All right? So if you got your fringes on, you're making yourself an easy target, man.
And especially in the world, okay, if you work at a good job and you know your boss is a Amalekite, a Jewish rat, it'll be wise not to, throw it in his face. Okay, we know that we're the real Israelites, but you ain't got to throw it in their face, man. It's just being wise. Because he just might try to find some reason to get rid of you.
That's real. I work with a Amalekite in my job. They be pissing me off.
Especially if he's your boss.
Yeah, it be pissing you off, man.
You might want to be wise about it.
You got to be wise about everything, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like the brothers always say, you got to be Superman Clark Kent in this thing, man. You know, if you want to be Superman all the time, that ain't gonna work. And you can't be Clark Kent all the time, man. You know, but these people want to be Superman and Clark Kent at the same time. You can't do that, man. They got two different identities, and they got two different roles and two different characteristics, two different spirits, man. You know, so when you out here and you in this truth, you got to be wise about that. You ready to wrap it up?
Okay, good.
You know, you gotta be wise about that, man. You know, you don't see Superman putting on his shirt and tie, and you don't see Clark Kent putting on his cape.
Because when he Clark Kent, he's real humble and, you know, just all soft and shit.
Timid,
you know. As soon as he put on that cape, this man he trying to do everything.
That's right. He take them glasses off, he can see now.
He fucking, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a total different feature. And that guy, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that, man. Trying to sit up and like, yeah, let me rock my fringes. Nah, bro, that's not expedient, man. Because a Superman came walking down the street, you know what I'm saying? And he was I mean, of course they ain't gonna be able to do nothing to him. But if Superman was walking down the street and they wanted to arrest him, and they knew he was Clark Kent,
right,
they gonna cause Clark Kent some problems. You know, so at our job, when we being Clark Kents, we can't be like, oh yeah, we Israelites, we the greatest people on earth, and you so-called white people going into slavery.
Right, nah, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're wearing fringes, that's ultimately what you're doing.
Right.
Because people obviously know about it, just like that lady who came by and said, we don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? So people know, man. Based on that lady, okay, and then you can get back on yours. 1 John 2:21. I have not written unto you because ye know not the truth, but because ye know it, and that no lie is the truth. All right, so the Lord said he's giving us these things to be the truth, man. So we know something, man. And he said the unction to know all things, man. All right? So go ahead, brother. I just wanted to bring that up.
But you know, they think, you know, coming into the truth, we learn, this is the real food. This is the real knowledge. Because now, when we go throughout our day-to-day, you hear the stupidity of people. And they speak so proudly. They think that what they're saying is word. It's not word. It's actually stupidity. They think they have the knowledge. They think they have all the answers. You don't have all the answers. A lot of the things, the scriptures bring everything into perspective. It breaks everything down, and it simplifies everything for us. So when we see things, we know what it is. We understand who's in control. You know, we understand what's getting ready to happen. So when people say anything contrary to it, it sounds stupid. Because a lot of things, because of the prophecies, we're able to see what's going on. You know?
Like what did Yahweh said, man shall not live on bread alone, man. You know, so we got to get the food and the knowledge and understanding from the scriptures. And so if you only looking at it from a carnal state of mind, the Lord put you up to that delusion. And look, you know, the brother, you know, he getting closer and closer. But hey, it's gonna be some people that think they might be of the elect and gonna be right on that tippy toe. You know what I'm saying? They like, all right, I done got everything that I needed to get. But hey, the elect are the elect for a reason, man. And the chosen are the chosen for a reason. You know? It says they are the ones who are gonna hear that song.
So like y'all, so in that case, is it basically he don't have faith in Yahweh like you say he do?
Right. And he don't though, because that's ultimately what it comes down to, because he didn't even know the name of the Lord. He knew it, he knows the name, but he don't know which one to reverence. So that means his faith is not complete yet. Yeah. His faith is not complete. You know, you gotta have that faith. That's right. That's right. He's looking at matter of fact, let's get that in James, the 1st chapter. It should be like maybe like verse 6 or 7, a double-minded man. You know, but he's lacking faith.
Yeah, because that tells me that he doesn't have faith. He doesn't understand, like I said earlier, he doesn't understand what Yahweh did and the purpose of it, man.
And see that right? They don't get that. They don't get that. They think that keeping and that real talk. That's once again that Pharisee spirit, you know, and that's why Yahweh hated the Pharisees. Well, the evil amongst the Pharisees. You know, he said, "Woe unto you for scribes and Pharisees, man." You know, and that's why, because the Pharisees knew the law and they tried to keep all the law. You know, that was their thing, man, holding the law higher than the grace of the Heavenly Father, the return of the Messiah. That's the same thing, just like now, man. You know, people try to say that the law is more important than the grace of the Messiah, the return of the Messiah, man. And they're going off. It should be like verse 6, a double-minded man is unstable in all ways.
What's it? One verse
1, yeah.
James 1, verse 6. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed.
You see that? It says, Salakia, what's the first sentence again?
It says, let him ask in faith.
Right.
Nothing wavering.
Let him ask in faith, man. So when he's sitting up and he don't know the name of the Lord, he gotta ask in faith. All right. When he don't know that he's not supposed to be wearing fringes, you gotta ask in faith, man. Lord, what am I supposed to be doing, man? You gotta pray. You gotta fast. You gotta do those things, man. Because if not, you'll be sitting in that darkness. All right. Go ahead. Wait, and this is tossed like this, like the waves of the sea. And when if you seen them waves crashing, man, they all over the place. And that's how a man is that don't ask in faith, that lacks faith, man. He needs to pray for more faith. All right.
Verse 7. For let not the man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord.
That's right. So if he don't pray in faith, he don't ask in faith and do things in faith, he's not going to receive anything of the Lord. He's not going to receive the true understanding. He's going to keep rocking fringes and think that's his way to salvation.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So if you say the name of the Lord is Yeshua and then Yahushua, you're a double-minded man. And he's unstable, man. It says in all his ways. So if he says all praises, and I know that's I know he's under IUIC. He don't even have to say it. The Spirit shows that because they were like all praises, or they'll say all praises to the Most High and Christ bless. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. And then they wear fringes all the time. So that's what he's following under, man. Why don't y'all do a fringe check? What? What kind of shit is it? Man, we do faith checks. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, he could have came and asked anything else, but you coming to get a fringe check, man. Like,
and that's the thing.
That's not edifying.
That's
man.
not. He wanted to real talk. That was now I'm realizing that was a proud spirit that he had. He didn't come over here to keep his foot in when he entered the house of the Most High. He came over here to let us know that he's an Israelite and he's keeping the laws. That's why he came over here, to let y'all know that I'm in the know. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, just because you in the know don't mean you know it all. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. But a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So he gonna be unstable. When you get down to pray at night, who you praying to? He most likely he's praying to Christ, because I guarantee you he's following after IUIC. And you know what I'm saying? Like, people find it so easy to follow IUIC because they're a good transition from the world. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they look nice. They got themselves in so-called order. They got their fringes on. They matching colors. They got that militant boot-like army situation. You know what I'm saying? They doing something different.
Their production is pretty decent. They got the high-end production and shit.
Right. Videos edited with all the scriptures and shit on it, man. Nah, man. The men of the Lord, man, they wore rough garments. They spoke in a different tone. They didn't, they reverence the Lord and the true Lord of heaven and earth, man. It says in 1 Corinthians 8:32, for the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets, man. All right? So the spirit of the Pharisees is subject to the Pharisees too. So these people only doing it is fulfilling their lot.
This is a holy house. This is a holy temple. When you in the temple, conduct yourself in such manner, and spiritually. And then once we outside the temple, in our day to day, we don't have to let the whole world know, like, I'm saying, oh, I'm an Israelite.
Right.
They have nothing to do with us. Once we come into the spiritual temple and we're amongst each other and we're going in the scriptures and we're discussing the scriptures and we're being edified, that's your fringes. That's your garment.
That's right.
But we leave those things for inside the temple, not outside the temple.
That's right, brother. And that's what they don't understand, man. These people, they want like these different doctrines. They want to wear fringes.
Right.
They want to believe anybody can come into the fold.
Right.
They want to believe Edomites can be saved.
Right.
They want to be all of these things, man. But this is only for the elect to hear, man. This is only for the children of Israel. All right, even the 2/3 can't build with us, man. You know, they can try, but they can't build, man. The Lord has a righteous elect. And I got a precept on that. This is Ezra 1, and I started 2. Thus says Cyrus, king of Persia, the Lord power of heaven, hath given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he hath charged me to build him a house at Jerusalem, which is in Judah. Who is there among you, all his people, his power be with him, and let him go up to Jerusalem, which is in Judah, and build the house of the Lord power of Israel. He is the power which is in Jerusalem. You know, so they're at this time they're trying to build the temple and build the wall back for the Lord. Okay, and I'm gonna jump to Ezra 4 and 2. Then they came to Zerubbabel and to the chief of the fathers and said unto them, let us build with you. So he just like, let us build with you. He says, for we seek your God as ye do, and we do sacrifice unto him in the days of Esar-Haddon, king of Ashur, which brought us up hither. But Zerubbabel and Jeshua and the rest of the chiefs of the fathers of Israel said unto them, you have nothing to do with us to build a house unto our power. All right? You ain't got nothing to do with us, man. You know, so all of these heathens out here that want to cleave on, you know, that want to walk by and say, God bless, you know, just so they can, real talk, you know, Esau think, you know, at least if I'm nice to these guys, the mean stuff that they're saying, when the shit hits the fan, they can look out for me. But nah, man, they'll join hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. So you're going to get your judgment regardless, man. You know, but
the Most High is not, he don't dwell in temples made with hands.
That's right, man.
You know, this is a spiritual temple. So we have to come spiritual.
That's right.
Okay, because they can, I mean, I'm pretty sure Esau, you know, Esau can, like, you know what I'm saying, bomb a whole church building. You know what I'm saying? All those people are going to lose faith.
That's right.
A lot of those people are going to lose faith.
You're right.
You know? No, I mean, you can come and burn all our garments. It don't mean nothing to us.
That's right. Hey, you can even hurt, you know, ultimately you can hurt and kill the men of the Lord. You know, because we know those things are coming to pass.
Flesh and blood shall not inherit the kingdom.
That's right, man. So you can, that's not going to waver our faith. You know? And we're going to be praying for those brothers, but they're going to be the first ones on the chariots. You know, so that's something that we understand, man. This is spiritual, man. So you can't tear this apart. You can't break this down. You know? Even when the Lord says he shall destroy and rebuild the temple in 3 days, he wasn't talking about the physical temple, man. You know? He was talking about his spiritual temple and him being resurrected. You know? And that's the same way now, man. This spiritual temple, you can't destroy this, man.
Those who serve him must serve him in spirit
and in truth. That's right, man. We serving the Lord in spirit and in truth, man. Y'all serving the Lord in lies and in vanity. You know? And that's not going to profit you in the coming days, man. You know? Because America's about to be destroyed, man. We can wrap it up. You know, so with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, who you ignorantly call God. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son, whom you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. They're coming back to destroy America by way of thermonuclear destruction. If you're not an Israelite, according to the Bible, you're going to be destroyed here in America or going into slavery. All right, we want to give double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and peace, blessing, and mercy to the brethren around the four corners of this earth, pushing this word in sincerity and truth. Shalom to the elect. Shalom.